Shakespeare has created many, many characters. Some of them we love, some of them we hate, some of them we love to hate. But these four are, in my informed opinion, the worst people in Shakespeare. All right, so in spot number 4, we have Regan from King Lear. Now, I could see how you would think I would put Goneril on this list, but Goneril, that's my girl. Like, that's my, like, she my like, I love her. She's a person, but I love her. Now, the difference between Goneril and Regan is Goneril comes up with the plans and Regan just goes along with plans. So, like, when Gloucester gets his eyes gouged out, her husband does the gouging, but she's just like on the side like a hype man, like, oh my god, just do it! You just cut his eyes out! Oh my gosh, just do it! Like, hype, just like nah on the side. And then her sister is like coming up with all these great plans and like figuring out this and like leading an army. And then Regan is just kind of like hanging out. And at the end, Goneril even beats Regan to the punch. She poisons old girl. So like you just get, you get taken out early. She's the first sister to get taken out. All right, so number 3 is one that, and conveniently, he would be number 3. Y'all, that's a real just terrible person. And that's Richard III. So Richard possibly kills both of his brothers. We know he definitely arranges to have one murdered, and the one that gets murdered gets drowned in a vat of wine, which is an interesting way to go. And then he kills his 2 young nephews. He marries the widow of the prince that he killed, and then he kills her so he could try to marry his niece. He kills all his friends, and he's like, I'm ugly, so I might as well be evil. And that's the worst. Why would you can't just be terrible all around. Like, you can't just be like, I'm ugly, so I'm gonna be mean. Like, you can't be like, I'm cute, so I'm gonna be mean either. You just shouldn't be mean in general. But Richard was just the worst. All right, so number 2 worst person in Shakespeare has to be Iago. Like, this mother just everything up. Like, the reason you know he's so terrible, he's the only character in Shakespeare who lies to the audience. Like, everybody else will lie to everybody. They'll lie to this person, they'll lie to that person, they'll lie to this person, they'll lie to that person. But as soon as they break that 4th wall and talk to us, the audience, it's all truth all day, except for Iago. And it's like, how up do you have to be to go into a confessional and just lie? Like, you come to the audience and it's like, you want us on your side. Like, we are here for you. Like, we are here for you. And you're just going to tell us stories? You're just going to fib? You're just going to... And also, he ruined a lovely marriage. He's racist. Because he is. He's sexist. He's mean to his wife. Like, he kills his wife because she's like, you're a shitty person. And he's like, ha, I am, stab. And then he ends the play. And he's like, they're like, why did you do it? And he's like... And the number 1 spot for the worst people in Shakespeare is actually a 3-way tie, because all 3 of these dudes, and the thing that makes them the worst is that they're just like mundane terrible. Like, they're just run-of-the-mill. And that's Angelo, Don John, and Proteus. So let's start with Angelo. Angelo takes over for the usual magistrate judge, and he's like, suddenly I need to enforce all the laws. And so there's this guy who got his girlfriend pregnant, so he's like, ha, y'all both gotta die because you just had sex out of wedlock and you got a baby. So that's up. Dude's sister, who's about to become a nun, comes to like plead his case, and Angelo decides, you know what? I'm gonna forgive your brother, but only if you have sex with me. And it's like, bruh, you're trying to kill him for the thing you're trying to do with me. And it's just all, he's trash. He's trash, trash, trash. The second one is Don John. And he decides that he's like, he likes this girl. She doesn't like him. She's engaged. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna lie and make her fiance think that she is having sex with somebody else. So then her fiance on the wedding day is like, F you, bitch. I don't want to marry you no more. And it's like, why would you? And he's like sticking to he's like, oh, I just know that she has I know she's laying it all out there. She's like sprinkling it all around everywhere. She's just sprinkling it over here to this dude, sprinkling it over there to that dude. And like, you know, her fiance is trash for believing it. But Don John, you first trash for throwing that out there. And then the 3rd one is Proteus. And y'all, the worst part about Proteus is he's set up like the hero of the story. So he's like our secondary protagonist. And he declares his love for one girl, and he's like, you know what, I love you, but I'm gonna go on this trip. Goes on this trip, meets another girl, and he's like, oh, love at first sight, I want her. Come to find out, his best friend wants her. So what does he do? He snitches on his best friend and tells the girl's father that they're trying to run off and elope. So then the best friend gets banished, and then he just tries to just take the girl, and just, none of these dudes understand that no means no, and that's just that mundane, regular, run-of-the-mill, terrible. And those are the four worst people in Shakespeare. Y'all don't be like them. They just trash.